I'm a mother who lost her unique child in a crash near Mtito Andei in Kenya. Imagine 1 second that could happen to you.
Starting from the point of the crash, that people that were trying to help you out are people that were not qualified. And I know that I had been belted. I was sitting back middle, I was belted with a seat belt, and I know that people were also trying to pull me out without removing the belt.
Since the accident happened, I've really had major challenges. First of all, there was the issue of coming to terms with the new realization that I would not be able to walk again. There was now the issue now of thinking what to do with my life.
I had fastened the seat belt. I could not have sustained those injuries.
Every year, thousands of lives are lost from road accidents on Kenyan roads, devastating both the accident victims and their families.
Immediately after the accident, I lost my consciousness, and I found myself in a wheelchair.
The Nissan was speeding. The speed was ranging around 100 kilometers per hour. It hit a tire burst. It started roaring towards the river.
When we got the accident, some people were lifting me up. They never knew what they should do to me. So they worsened my situation and my injury.
After the accident, we've been driven to the nearest hospital, and we waited for help there for 4 hours. Vlad survived the initial crash, but he wasn't able to make it up to the moment when the flying doctors arrived to get us to the hospital. This was really due to the fact that there was no support. For 4 hours staying there, there's no ambulance, nothing to come and pick us up and get us to a hospital equipped with a trauma care. There was no doctor around. A couple of nurses who did their best in trying to deal with the wounds. And yet, 17-year-old, very healthy, powerful guy, he wasn't able to pull through it.
A very, very large proportion of the deaths on our roads are as a result of human error, the behavior of drivers, the behavior of other road users.
When you have been given the responsibility of carrying other people, please note that there's a responsibility of life that is put in your hands. And one little action that you do that is against, that you don't observe the laid down rules, could cause permanent impacts on the lives of other people.
Research shows that in Kenya, availability of basic trauma care is highly deficient.
Post-crash care has a lot to do with the aftermath of crashes.
When the accident occurs, people don't know how they should do. Some people think they are helping you, and yet they are making the matters worse. They don't know the first aid they should give people, especially people with a spine injury.
We look at the post-crash care from the time of scene of the crash to the hospital and also rehabilitation. And as you all know, that golden hour is really critical for survival of the patient of the post-crash care.
For a spinal cord injury victim, if anything has to be done, it has to be within the first 48 hours.
The first few hours after the accident are very important because if the injured person is not handled carefully, they could end up being paralyzed or they could die.
I miss being independent. I can't do anything on my own.
You become a burden, not somebody who can be dependent on.
The first medic who looked at the X-ray exclaimed, "I have never seen anything like this."
The road crash that was one single incident has affected my life every day. I still need to do physiotherapy to date, which is a couple of years after the date of the crash, which is an expense.
We have a lot to do, a lot to do, and we need your help. Let's stop together the carnage in Kenya.